Right, so I've had this one now for a very short period of time, like a day, and so I did a long stream and I played around with it, and I did tweak this today also. I have used the OG a lot, and there's very little like FPS gaming shown. Steam controller, both the old and the new, from like reviewers, and in general, most people just talk about using this with like the sticks and gyro. Very little about the kind of like the trackpad. So I'm gonna be doing my favorite here: the left joystick, the right trackpad. I'm gonna be gaming in doing this with two games: Turbo Overkill and Doom Eternal. My I think Doom 2016 is the best Doom game in my opinion, right? My favorite game. But Doom Eternal is a little bit more of hectic. I think that could be more like showcasing. Can you really FPS game with this using the gyro, using like the right trackpad and stuff like that? And I'm gonna share my configuration. I have played these both games from start to finish. Um, Turbo Overkill I played on higher difficulties with the original Steam controller. I know that game quite well. I'm gonna go here from the beginning here. We're gonna do like 30 minutes gaming just to see how it goes, because I need to build muscle memory. I can't just jump in at the final boss with a new controller and everything. And it's been a lot of cool thing here to think around. It hasn't been as like, even though you have your grip sense, you have 4 back buttons, you have still have the trackpads that you can use like with the mode shift. I still haven't felt that I have that many more buttons. And I know that you can tweak in different ways with chord presses and stuff like that. Um, for example, in both of these games, they have around 8 plus, maybe 10-ish weapons, right? I have 4 weapons on my right trackpad, and then I use like the rest of them like on like the ABXY button and like the bumpers. What you could do is you can have like one of the bumpers as a mode shift to further mode shift the trackpad. So you have 8 weapons on just on the trackpad. So again, that's the thing with the Steam controller. There is like not one setup that fits everyone. Everyone have their different, and that is a strength. This is what I'm going with because I have muscle memory doing it this way, but I definitely interesting in maybe in the future trying to use like a mode shift or the right trackpad to have 8 weapons on the trackpad. But for today we're going with the classic one. So I think this is perfect because I haven't used this a lot. I haven't used this a lot yet. I have experience with gyro a lot and with the old Steam controller, but not with this one. And again, I didn't feel like the right touchpad is as good as on the original Steam controller. And this is in the night, and I'm not on my like highest performance. I haven't played a ton of this game. That means that my performance here with the Steam controller in FPS game is something that everyone can quite easily get to. And that should be, a very good showcase of, can you FPS game with the Steam controller? But it is very little. Most of the time when trackpads and stuff comes up, it's just like, oh yeah, those are great for desktop use. Those are great for like menu navigation in like WoW and other stuff like that. And top-down games for using it just the touchpad for like the mouse pointer, which is great. But when it comes to FPS games, most people just like, oh yeah, then FPS games, is great because you have you have dual sticks now, and they just, oh no, yeah, you can use that, and it's great, and you have touch capacity for the sticks, and if you use dual sticks with gyro, absolutely. But yeah, I wanted to really like just show a little bit of just pure FPS gaming, the classic way that I use with my OG controller, and just we need more of that, of just pure FPS gaming with this one, and not just the dual stick with auto aim. And I'm gonna share my configuration and everything here. I should have them uploaded, so you should be able to find them. So let's get into. Let's start easy here. I think Turbo Overkill might be a little bit of an easy start for me. It's still a very challenging game, right? But I think Doom Eternal might be maybe a bit sweatier. So all right. So I think I'm using the standard. It should be the standard controller settings, but yeah, so you can get exactly what I'm doing. Let's just showcase this. So first, all of the aim assist option is disabled. So we have this one, should be default, right? I don't think I've changed anything. I don't have this bind because I don't think I need it in my configuration. It could be a good thing to have in certain cases. I hope this is the default one. Could be, I hope. So I don't use this, but you can do this. That could help. And I've turned this one on. In my configuration that I have uploaded to the cloud, I do believe that I use just keyboard and mouse all together. But you can, obviously tweak it yourself to enable. You can enable joystick for the movement on the left stick here by enabling gamepad, and then you can just change very quickly in the setting here. You can just go into the setting, and then you change this setting here from left joystick to be, from, you can change it from being directional pad to joystick. And again, this configuration should be uploaded, Turbo Overkill Hulk Edition version 1.0. You should be able to search for it and find it. So you can see on the bumpers we have 2 weapons by pressing or holding. On the other, to have it, that one, right. Maybe it's easier to look like this way. So on the other bumpers we have the same thing here. I do believe that it is yeah. So you have activate your chainsaw arms by clicking, or holding is your micro missiles because they are like lock on. See if we can. There we go. Looks better like this. Normal, like a secondary weapon and firing on the triggers. This is the back buttons. I like to jump with the top, and this is like your dash. This is grapple and use because you use that a lot. This is your chainsaw. This is all on the back. I don't use the grip sense in this game here yet. On the tab you have information, and you can hold it to kind of listen or pause to audio logs. Standard on the start button here, just escape. Right trackpad again, it is normal mouse mode, but I have disabled vertical movement. I find the flicks left and right just being much more consistent this way. And again, if you press up, down, left, right, that is weapon on it. Another thing here that if you don't know is, see if we can find it. Right, so you do need to tweak sensitivity to your liking, and also rotation might be necessary to tweak. Shouldn't be as necessary as we have disabled vertical movement, but you might need to tweak it, but shouldn't be. But definitely sensitivity is something you need to tweak. If you press on the left pad, click kind of press down on it a little bit quickly, it will quick save. If you hold it down, it will quick load. I don't use the directional pad here. You could bind that to stuff that you find necessary. You have gyro enabled, and that is enabled if you have your thumb on the right touchpad. That will enable the gyro. And again, here we have different weapons, and the Y key is slow-mo or turbo mode. This is something that you might want to change from the Y button to maybe to the directional pad, that you can then tweak here, and maybe that is more natural feeling than moving all the way from the right thumbstick to the top Y button, because that is quite long. So you might want to do like this, and then just go maybe this, and then just do like that, maybe. Because then you can just very quickly move away from the left stick here, pressing the right D-pad, and you will get turbo time, slow-mo. Might be a better idea. Again, this is the strength and also weakness, that, you know, this is the best way you get the FPS experience and fun, the most fun of the game. So I think this is all for Turbo Overkill. So let's just play a little bit now for maybe 30 minutes or 20, and then we're gonna swap and do the same for Doom Eternal. Again, I have very little experience with this controller. I have a lot with gyro and a lot with OG Steam controller, but everyone should be able to reach this level. I haven't played this game in maybe a year or more. So, and let's just start from the beginning. Go. And let's just go campaign, new game. Just go with a normal difficulty. Just, you know, to showcase this is what you can, like, everyone can definitely, with not too much problem, get this kind of level FPS gaming go. It's not like a very high skill setting here. And the key is definitely having the gyro. But I do recommend you just trying, you know, the touchpad. Again, disabling the vertical can actually be very helpful in ways when you're new to it. And again, I use disable vertical because I find the size of the new touchpad being a little bit small. Let's skip here. Right, yeah. So again, so I did disable the vertical. This is just horizontal, flicking back and forward, very smooth, very quickly. Then I use the gyro to go vertical and fine-tune aiming. Works really good, but I need to relearn a little bit of that.
Johnny, my dearest boy, I hope this finds you.
Let me do this.
I programmed Sam to hold.
All right. So you can see now that the in-game buttons are wrong. That is because the game, as soon as it detects gamepad inputs, it will just force kind of, you know, the gamepad button layout. So that is why I think my configuration was only keyboard and like mouse, to not have that being confusing. Right, wait, I want to do something different there. Where do we start? We have to go... No. Get to the action. So the game wants you to do a dash, but you can use the chainsaw slide, which is fun. You can also chain the chainsaw, jump, double jump, dash, dash. You get crazy long air. And then we have here. Let's get more into the action here. Ooh. So yeah, again, platforming works really great with the controller here. Again, now I am using the joystick in analog mode. You can see here analog. But depending on what you like and how twitchy you want the game to be, you might want to go for the joystick to be WASD or joystick. That's gonna be something you need to tweak yourself. I only have one weapon, unfortunately, at the moment, so I can't go swapping yet. Should be getting some more weapons soon here. But this works really, really great, right? And again, this is nothing crazy level that I'm playing at, so everyone can reach this kind of level of FPS gaming. And I think that is fun to showcase. You don't have to use the dual stick, but if you do, at least activate the gyro. That's gonna be, in the long run, really, really fun. So now I have two weapons. I can swap by pressing down or left on the touchpad. Now you have good option here to dodge projectiles. Yeah, normal difficulty. So again, everyone can get this. This is not like high level craziness. This is a good game. I think it's a pretty good game to start off on. If you play on the easier difficulties, it's very accessible. You have lots of nice cool movement from the get-go. Very nice retro feel, and I'm playing this. So another thing that I wanted to showcase here is, can I showcase? Let me see. I need to tweak something. No, okay. You can see I'm playing this in 288 FPS, right? And a lot of people were like, oh, this controller is gonna be bad because it only has 250 Hertz polling rate. The original one had 125 or 20, something like that. But because people often say that you have to have the polling rate be twice your FPS. And that's why I'm playing here with higher FPS than the polling rate. And it still is, I feel it's smooth. I don't feel any weird stuttering problem with the polling rate. It feels great. So I don't agree. Like, I don't agree with that. Is it good to have higher polling rate? Yes. But unless you are really a pro, you will not have a problem. Just relax. Relax. You're not gonna have a problem with the polling rate. You really need to be in the high, like 5% or maybe even a high 1% of gamers to really feel that, right? In my humble opinion. So I'm swapping again by pressing on the right touchpad here, down on the edges, or left on the edges. So down and left. I have disabled all of the kind of in my configuration. I have disabled all the haptics, so you need to enable that if you want that, except for there we go. Except I have the haptics enabled for when you click down on the touchpad, because I don't like haptics when I'm like moving around. I don't like haptics when I'm shooting. I don't like haptics when I'm moving like on the touchpad. Again, that is not rumble. That's rumble is a personal preference that you need to enable all this. Haptics, I cannot disable, to my knowledge, rumble in the configuration, so that should still be working. I'm just talking about the little kind of haptic thing, the tickling little ticks the controller can make, if that makes sense. But as you can see here, it's not a high level crazy FPS game, right? But I could definitely bump up the difficulty in this game, and if I play this, build muscle memory, and if I'm it's not in the night, I'm not a bit on the higher side, it would be very easy here. So let's keep playing a little bit more here, right? So again, it's just a showcase that gyro is definitely the key to FPS game. They need to showcase that more. Just reviewers and just everyone. And if you're using dual stick, sure, fine. But again, you have touch sensitive right pad, right stick, right? Enable that to enable gyro. Animation, electric boom, shock to do. Yeah. Hell yeah. And I also try to, if you can, as much as possible, avoid gyro to joystick. I do know people, for two reasons, want to use it. One, so that they get all the buttons and everything matching up, right? And the other one is because they want to. I'm gonna be sorry, but I'm gonna say it. They want to cheat. They want to have this type of aiming with aim assist for online gaming mostly. I'm sorry, that is what I 100% believe. There is no other reason why you really want to have that, you know, because again, gyro to joystick is less precise than gyro to mouse. Gyro to mouse will most likely in most occasions disable auto-aim. That is why there are so many people that are hell-bent on using gyro to joystick. Because they want to play COD, they want to play Apex, they want to play all of those online games. And they want to have the auto-aim. And I think that is really bad. I think online games, no matter what, should not have auto-aim. You don't have to agree, but no matter what, you should not have auto-aim in any online game. That way, we don't have to bother about this bullshit about cheaters, right? If someone has some weird tracking or weird control of aiming, we know immediately that it is just cheater, instead of someone that's trying to abuse the auto-aim system. Right. But clearly, I think it's very clear, right? By now, it's a very good FPS controller. And again, this is a level that everyone should be able to reach. Again, I have not had a lot of, like, I don't have a ton of hours down. I'm not at, you know, the peak. I'm not hopped up on energy drinks. It's not like midday. I'm just pumped. It's on the evening. I'm just kind of relaxing.
Audio fucking log number 3. It's to me.
Let me disable that. Another thing is that I see a lot of people having problem with the back buttons. I'm using all 4 of them, right? And I haven't really misclicked once. And that is because of one simple thing here. I'm having a very, like, my grip is super light. Like, I'm not squeezing it. The controller is laying in my hand and I'm balancing it. I think that is the key to getting good at using the back buttons. No matter like the pressure of the game, just try to always just have a very, like, just the controller resting in you. And I have my controller laying on my legs here. I'm using very little movement. You know, to do all of this, I'm using very little motion, which is very relaxing and nice. I do still feel that the position here of the trackpad is not as great. It doesn't feel as ergonomic as the original, but it is very playable. Right, I don't need to use my weapons for this. There we go. Now we have 3 weapons, you know, pressing There we go. This is up. So again, it works pretty fine. So I want to just highlight maybe one thing. Oh, yes. On my original, oh right, that's locked. On the original Steam controller, I really liked to use, sorry for the short break here. I don't get killed here. This is something that is new to this new modern controller, right? I think this is the best way to explain it. Right here. So I like to use the outer ring command inverted to press in the middle to melee, to do use, or to use some kind of action. But since the Steam Controller 2 trackpads are so small, and you know, my thumb is more on the right side, and that's why I also disable again the vertical trackpad. Like I can only do this on the trackpad. I decided to disable the outer ring command completely. If you can utilize that, you have another button for weapons or something on the pad. But this just makes it easier for me to not accidentally like swapping weapons when I want to use. That's why I have on the back button how use and grapple instead. Alright. Oh, let's just do that. There we go. Yeah, I hope this is going to highlight just that, you know, getting a fun experience in FPS games is very, very possible with this controller. And maybe get someone to play around with gyro. Like if you haven't played around with gyro, really try to give it a shot. You don't have to use the trackpad again, but I recommend the trackpad. But you have capacitive thumbstick, so you can have gyro being enabled. I recommend it on the right stick if you are right-handed. But you can obviously use it on your left, on your right, to disable and tweak it. All up to you. So, and again, I did want to, like, again, if I play this from the start to beginning, I could start on a higher difficulty. All right. Augmentation, let me disable that. I don't remember how we enable augmentation. Maybe we can't do that? No. Okay, now I remember. We have to be in the augmentation shop kind of thing there. All right. I haven't used my shard shots. Also, by disabling the vertical, when I swap weapon, like from this one up and down on the touchpad, my aim doesn't just flicker that it could do a little bit on the OG controller. So that's also a nice benefit of disabling vertical movement. Vertical movement on the touchpad. There we go, the splice machine. Here we can attach some upgrades. Gain armor by, that is an amazing one to have. So again, you should be able to find and play around with this configuration I'm using, Hulk's edition, you know.
Biocore is a Sin's connection to the physical world. We originally used the cores to speed up the augmentation process. Now, Sin's using them to pump out whatever godless abstract madness it can imagine. Make the biocores say bye-bye, and Sin'll sink like a stone.
I still found myself trying to change the vertical direction on the pad, since I have 8 years of the OG Steam controller. And I do need to build muscle memory for the extra back buttons here. So, but I haven't really accidentally pressed one. I've by just holding, I'd have accidentally tried to and press the bottom one when I wanted to do an action. It's just because I remember the muscle memory isn't there. That top button is jump, top button is dash, bottom is the chainsaw, but I don't accidentally press it. Just that my muscle memory for what buttons does what hasn't developed all the way through yet. So for me, it's quite interesting, but tracking when I'm strafing and doing this feels better with gyro aim than what it does with the mouse. Yes, it's a more natural feeling for me. It's quite interesting. I haven't accidentally pressed to swap buttons on the pad yet, which also is nice. It takes a little bit of force, but not too much. Right. Oh man, I do love this game. Lots of action, good music, great looking pixel chunkiness. Right, we are coming to the end, and then we're gonna swap to Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal. Right, everything is clear. I might have missed a secret probably. That's the splice, this is the bike. So, we don't need bullets. What is this? Increase leg damage. Time to blah blah blah. It's gain 6 HP, that is great. Can I not afford that one? No. So we're not gonna buy anything. Let's keep going. So the biggest thing that I've noticed so far is that sometimes, again, the flicks go a little bit weird, because that is, again, the touchpads are small, and I'm constantly at the edges, the right edges, unfortunately. Maybe that's a me or a learning problem, but that is so far the only really bit of an annoying thing here that really kind of stands out. There we go. Be gone. Right. Ooh, yeah, slow fire. Do I? All right, yeah. This one I do really like. This mode is my go-to mode for this gun. I think there might be another secret that maybe down here or around, but let's go to Doom Eternal, right? And showcase that. And I hope this has been just a bit of, you know, fun and maybe showing like some cool stuff that can be done. Let me go and exit. And again, this is the level of just, I think, basic FPS level that you should be able to get pretty early on. Shouldn't be too difficult to get that level. Doom Eternal might kick my ass a little bit more, we'll see. Because Doom Eternal is definitely quite hectic, and I'm not that like super hectic guy. I think Doom Eternal Turbo Overkill is my kind of high level of hectic fun FPS game at this time in my life. Hopefully this is gonna work without problems. I'm running this in 1080p to 188 hertz and not 4K again, because I want to just, if you are a normal, if you're like a casual to normal to maybe normal plus gamer, you're not going to notice higher polling rate, right? And the polling rate, yes, it's good to have a higher polling rate than your refresh rate, but it's not going to be, again, if you are not in that top tier gamer, you're not, I really don't think that's going to be a problem for you. Really don't. And again, the Steam controller, I played through the Ancients God DLC, and that is 125. Right, so in this game, as soon as you have any gamepad connected, you have to press gamepad to progress. So the back button, the top right one, is jump, and that is set to A. This game, both Doom 2016 and Eternal, has, just like Turbo Overkill, your rate mixed input support that every game should have. Mouse, keyboard, gamepad, let us mix. But again, it's a little bit weird. I swear to God, I've tried everything I can think of, but as soon as Doom Eternal detects any type of gamepad, you will have to press the gamepad button A. Also, I find that the map is much more easy to navigate. I'm just gonna quickly check the settings here to make sure. Okay, again, the settings should be, the default for the controller binds. First, I just want to make sure here that is weird. It's 1080p. There we go. Borderless window, blah 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 blah. I have VSync on. We are 288 FPS, perfect. DLSS should maybe be able to turn DLSS off. Ultra Nightmare controls. I have not customized the demon bindings. I'm hoping the default is going to work. Should work, but it might be some, just maybe not. It might not be optimized for you know, the demon bindings might not be optimized. But to get through the campaign, I think it should be fine. If you're going to play the online mode, you might need to tweak my layout to, you know, more fit that. So I think this should be all of the default buttons, right? Let's go again. Let's go campaign. Can I do delete? Do this. So this is the default. So we for this to showcase, again, I'm showing like the normal, the casual to normal FPS gaming, right? Not the top tier or anything like that. This is just showing a level of FPS with normal difficulties and everything, and what type of gameplay everyone should be able to pretty easy get into with my settings or tweaked settings to use, like the dual stick and gyro aiming. And this is a difficult game. If we were playing Doom 2016, I probably easily could have went with, you know, one step up in difficulty. But for this game and for this showcase and showing difficulty, and I just realized I'm very sorry for this. I do apologize. I forgot to swap game recording here. So let me reiterate real quickly for you. That's my little boo-boo. Oh. Right, let me also do this. Right, I'm really sorry. So let me just really quickly just showcase this. The slave binding here. This should be the default, but this is the one I'm using, right? And when we get into game, I will just quickly do a rundown of my basic settings there. And again, I have uploaded my configuration, so it should be able to, you know, be seen.
That mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you.
Don't think we can hold to skip. Which button is it? I don't know which one. I do not know which button it is to skip on keyboard and mouse, unfortunately. So I'm gonna do this. And let me do this quickly. Alright. Oops. Okay. Sorry. I wanted to skip, but the problem again is as soon as this game detects any type of gamepad input, every prompt is unfortunately going to showcase that game. I wish we could force that we could just force to showcase inputs for keyboard and mouse, because the reason why I'm using a lot of these, I could definitely, again, I could remap when let's do this quickly. That's fine. Restart. Can I see if we can reset this checkpoint? No. So I'm gonna try to fix something in the next cutscene here. Because if I can find out what that type of action is, I can just rebind that. So you can skip the cutscenes easily. Alright, let's do a quick rundown. This should be pretty good at just getting through the game, but it might be minor tweaking if you want to skip the cutscenes and stuff like that. So again here, the bumper is 2 weapon swapping. This is Super Shotgun and Ballista, because that is great for fighting the Marauder. You press once, you have Super Shotgun, you hold down, you can quickly swap to the Ballista and you can get in a lot of good kills. This is the flame base on flame belch, the right, and if you hold it, you have grenades. Now on this one I have, if you let go on your left grip, you will swap from ice to grenade, to normal grenade. Then you just have the normal firing and aim down sight, or you know, your weapon mod there. Again on the back buttons I have shift, I have dash, jump, and then we have melee kill, and we have also the chainsaw kill on the right. So jumping on the right and chainsaw. Left, back, we have dashing and melee. The tab key is just, you know, information if you press once, and then it is mission information if you hold it down. Left trackpad is just if you press it and like click it down, is to swap weapon modes. Joystick here, directional pad here, that is just again. Oh wait, I changed it. Okay. This is just information on the select key. You don't have any hold action. I moved it to be down on the D-pad. Then it is mission information, and it is just for this time I mapped the voice chat to the right D-pad here. I don't use that in games, but just for fun. We have the basic gyro enabled by touching the right stick here. On the right joystick here, since I'm not using it, I did enable that it should be a weapon wheel. So if you just touch it, you will be able to enable the weapon wheel and swap weapons. Obviously, you could invert this. So, you know, you have your weapon wheel on the right touchpad instead, and then you have normal dual stick with, you know, the right stick touch being enabled gyro. Here we have the weapons here on A, B, and X and Y. I think it is like X is the BFG. I think that A is the chain gun, if I remember correctly, and then you have that kind of the sword thing on the B button there. Escape is just menu exit here. And again, we have the same mode shift on the trackpad, and I have disabled the vertical movement. Need to tweak the sensitivity again. And we have the 4 basic weapons here on up, down, left, right. So let's, I think, just play now. I think, oh right, I also want to check here. So if it bugs out sometimes, I have you can see here, this is action set. One action set is just basic. This is just 100% basic gamepad. So that means that when you press the showcase it, right? So go out of this, in here. So when you press the select button, brings up the map, and the map just feels better with the dual stick, I feel, than using mouse and keyboard. And it's also easier to navigate here. So you can just see all of these little things here. And if you press select again, it swaps back, and it should be a little bit of a haptic feedback and a little bit of a clicky like beeping sound, telling you that, oh, you exited out of the map. The same when you go into the map, and if you press B, it's the same thing. That's weird. So again, it can bug out sometimes, which is a bit weird. Right. So if it bugs out, you should be able to just press in here the Steam button, and you should be able to just press the Steam button again, and it should reset. Let me see if I can try to showcase that. So we are in here, right? I press out of it, and you can see here now my gyro and everything, nothing is working. So I should be able to just do this. No? Okay, how do we reset this? Do that. Okay, this is a little bit weird. It should definitely, you should be able to just go in here, right? To get it back. I don't know why it's not working at the moment. This is a bit annoying. So let me do this. I'm gonna showcase a fix. You might want to apply this fix, maybe. So what you do is that we go to the, I don't think you need oops. So I don't think that you need in the map, I don't think you need the D-pad, right? You don't use the D-pad in this menu. Let me do that again. There we go. Right, I don't think you used... Do you use the D-pad? You do use the D-pad. That is unfortunate. Okay. Right. Well, that's okay. I'm gonna add a safety thing for you guys. I'm gonna show you how to fix this if it bugs out. Right. So, if you run into troubles, what you do here is you go in here, you go to your action set here, and you just, for safety, we do this one, the select button. Have this one. You do add extra command, and what you'd go is you go to action set, change action set, and you change it to be right. Interesting. You cannot change it. All right. No. I'm thinking wrong. Let me stop messing up. It's late here. Right. So let me fix what I just did here real quickly. We don't need that one. We don't need a... Oh! No, we need this one. Here we go. We need this one. Here we go. We're back. What you want to do is that you go into the map, the gamepad action set, and you go to the same thing here, right? What you do here is that you add an extra command on the map, the gamepad setting, and you have change action set, and you set it to action and keyboard and mouse, confirm, and then you just do this. You make it a long press. This is your safety if you're stuck. Again, if we do this, and then for some reason sometimes now I'm stuck again in this mode, the gamepad mode, right? What I do then is I'm just holding down that one, but just bugged out again. This is weird. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Steam is just really messing up right now. I don't know why Steam is being weird. This is unfortunate. I have no idea what's going on. It should not be... Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know what's going on here. This is the weirdest thing ever. Oh my god. Okay, we are gonna do this instead. So when we are in here, it doesn't look like the start button is doing anything. We are gonna do this instead. Again, this should have worked. I don't know why. I'm sorry for this boring section here. I wanted just to get this fix in here that I just encountered for you guys. This should 100% be working. I don't know why it is activating some weirdness here. So I'm removing that again, and I'm doing this. There we go. Because it doesn't seem like the start button is doing something. It doesn't seem like the start button is doing anything in the menu there, in the map menu. Right. So, we do this. We do this. Right, we are stuck here. We press this one 2 times, and then we are fixed. There you go, that's the fix. I'm so sorry for that boring segment. I just really wanted you to be able to not get stuck. So you just if you ever get stuck with the gamepad mode, just double press the start button and you go. Which button is this? I really dislike this. Okay, I can't get out of this menu either. Which button is this? What the heck, game? Why are you doing this, Doom Eternal? Which button is B? Okay. It's jump. I pressed the jump button. Let's continue on. This is why game developers need to just have better dual mixed input support. This is such an annoying... Turbo Overkill was better. Right. Jesus, let me just continue game. So press B to dismiss. Nope. This is so weird, right? So on keyboard and mouse, you press space to dismiss. On gamepad, you press apparently the B button, which I have no clue what the B button is even doing. And you have to press the A button to skip, you know, like to start the level cutscenes. So this game, man, right? Mixed input works great in some cases, but there is some weird inconsistency, like with this. Like, why in the name of beep do we not just press A to skip, to start levels, to skip cutscenes and everything? So now I need to fix this one. This is the most frustrating part of, you know, getting games going, which I completely understand why this is very off-putting to people. It's off-putting to me, and this is a developer problems. This is, you know, the problems of Doom Eternal. They messed up. They messed up. There's no question about it. This should not be happening. They did a terrible job here with the mixed input settings and how it's forced. So what I can do is just... We can do this. You can change this if you want it this way or not. Unfortunately, this is going to mean that my uploaded... Like my uploaded config is a little bit of weird at the moment. I might update it. I'm gonna upload a fixed one at the end of this video here. So you don't have to do all of this yourself. And now we have to go here. I'm just going to do this. This is going to be my safety thing here. So this is left and this is up. So this is going to be, and hopefully this should fix everything. That should be A. And this should be, no, this should be B. Unfortunately, I still have one more problem. So for some reason this game just decided that you have to press the X button to skip cutscenes. Not holding B, not holding A, like just another button. Oh. So weird. Right. But now, this configuration, we have a way to start the level and to skip cutscenes and everything. Not skip cutscene, but to skip the tutorial cutscene there. So how do I get on here? Where is the forward now? I will again upload the fixed config here at the end, so you don't have to bother with it. Like, why can we not just press the A button for this and hold the A button to skip? Why is this so weird? Why is this game being weird? Ah. Makes no sense. Is Hugo his name? Really need to fix it. Need to do better. Here we go, finally gaming. Okay, you don't want to step in front of the exploding barrel. We have a double jump, we do not have... we do not have the dash yet, unfortunately. Alright, but now when we can focus on gaming a little bit more, it's just pure fun. Normal difficulty that everyone can enjoy. Is it done yet? Yes. What way was the exit? This way. No. Alright, now I need to find how to skip this one. What is the X button? Was it the R button? Okay. Trying to figure out which button it was to skip there. What the X button was doing, I don't know. If it is the R button, then you should just need to press... You need to hold it. Alright, well... Let's continue. Maybe there is another cutscene that I can figure this one out. I do like the full auto, but it's not... The full auto is unfortunately... Yes, I know. Yeah, the full auto is unfortunately not as good in this part of the game here. Holy shit. Pull up object. Yes. Jesus. Really lunging forward there. Oh. That's good. Grab this. Oh. Go. Go, should be our first fight coming in here. And you just press that, the jump button to skip that cutscene. Why is there so many different... Oh, wait, didn't I? I forgot. Go. There we go, well. Come here. So again, this is, you know, nothing crazy difficulty here, you know, everyone can reach this type of level. I'm not doing anything special, right? It's just having a fun time here and enjoying some nice gyro shooting. Hey, monkey! Ah, the monkey. Let's see which way. How do we get this way up again? I need to like try to remember. Which way? Which way? Why am I blanking on which way to go? This is where you started, right? There we go. You have another weapon, so you can hot swap some weapon. You press jump button to skip that. That is. You have the map. Press this one. Oh. Action set. Swapping worked perfect this time. Nice. So now I press down. Or press right on the right touchpad here. Nice little walk in the park here so far. Just enjoying some gyro aiming, no auto aim enabled. Just some fun jumping around, shooting. Oh, that was my mistake. I pressed my muscle memory for the wrong button. Oh, that one, we need that one, and then we can do. That one, thank you. One. Ammo almost again, the constant out of ammo game. Welcome to Doom out of ammo. I don't need to fight you guys. You are just... you're just ammo. Walking ammo barrels, pretty much. You have to change all to get. Oh, hello. That's an artificial block. Wall. Oh, right. Right. I don't have dash, otherwise I would have just dashed here. Have a key card. Have a scary dude just running in, right? Right, there are secrets, but that's fine. Game. It would be fun if I could get to another cutscene, so I could try to, if I could incorporate. Goodness, ow! I got really cornered there. It's definitely easy to die here, even on normal here, when you're just casually going through it. Alright, so now I have to press the D-pad left. So stupid. So stupid. And they have... This is a problem since Doom 2016. When the game detects a gamepad, you have to press gamepad button A. No key on the entire 105 keys on the keyboard or mouse will not work. Absolutely bad programming going there. Absolutely stupid. Really easy to just get cornered here, unfortunately. Die early on. Don't have a lot of like HP, lots of these little demons running, and you have those trying to, yeah, hit you in the face.
The cleansing of Earth is a necessary step on the path to a brighter tomorrow.
Did I not hit your weak point? That sucks. I think they could have skipped those like fire thing here in the beginning. It's just annoying thing of this game. Again, I really just love the pacing and design more of Doom 2016. That is just my jam. A lot better. Do like this one. For the base game, I actually preferred to not use the sticky bombs for weak points, but using this. And especially with the OG Steam controller, you have dual state triggers. So I just fully pressed, and you know, on the like the left trigger, and I could just snipe in and then boom, fire off a quick scope there. It was really fun. Right, so now I have grenades. Press jump to skip that one. Or up on the beat, up on the D-pad there. Goodness, another one. Up on the D-pad. Have introduction of the flying meatballs. And another fight. I might still die here, you know, again. Doom Eternal is definitely on the higher difficulty, and because it is so like hectic and so many like buttons swapping backward and forward. Lots of this little annoying one that just can kind of like stun lock you, unfortunately. Can I use the chainsaw on you? No. Apparently not. Please don't stun lock me here. Just. Oh. Oh, out of ammo. Oh wait, I can use that one on you. Alright. So I guess the arachna, the spider thing here, takes like 2 charges, something like that. There we go. Now get wrecked. There we go. That's how you should have gone down the first time, you piece of spider. And again, this is just to showcase some, you know, fun, casual, normal FPS gaming, right? If you practice more, you tweak your settings to your liking even more, you can get a lot better, right? This is not like, I'm not warmed up, I'm not in a, like, you know, high peak performance mode or anything like that. I'm just enjoying more of a casual little playing here. Don't have a lot of many hours within the game here with the Steam controller. So again, this is like a level that everyone can get to very easily, very nice. Would like to see if we could get oh, I guess I missed that one. I just wish I could get another cutscene so I could see if I could try to get like the cutscene skip button enabled in my config before I quit here. I'm gonna update. I'm gonna be updating my config so you don't have to. You mother of beeper. Oh, hello. I don't have my grenades, right? Okay, no scary on that one. This way. I think I've showcased like a good amount here just to see how that you can really have a good, nice time FPSing on the Steam with the Steam controller. Alright, that did not get you. Fortunate. Right here? No. Low ammo, no more. Now we have ammo. Oh. Annoying dudes. So this is like the first, I feel like, skill checkpoint here. The game really throws at you. This is a really like the first battle arena. So again, I might freaking die here. Fortunately. Oh, doing terrible already. Go, thank you. Meatball gone. 1 meatball down. 2 meatballs down. Yeah. Like if you're not like warmed up and in like, oops. Let's just do that, I guess. Like, yeah, if you're not like warmed up or got some nice muscle memory for the buttons and stuff, it's very easy to die here. There we go. No! Eat it, you mother... Oh my god. Stop blocking! Holy shit, almost died again. Because there's just so many little dudes all around you all the time. There we go. I think definitely the first time I played this game, I actually did die here. So I'm gonna try to just restart the game here to just see if I can get like a cutscene skip going. Maybe I guess we could finish this level. I think it's pretty short, right? But you have to take out a few of the enemies, or all of the enemies, right? How did that not hit? But I hope that the biggest idea, you know, you don't have to like my configuration or anything, but just that you can have a great time with the Steam controller, the OG, then this one, and you know, with others, with gyros and stuff. You know, you don't. I really recommend just trying to see if you can like try to venture away from the kind of dual stick with auto aim experience. Because you don't have to use that. You can have a great time without it, and it's a different kind of fun, in my, again, humble opinion, when you aim yourself and there's no help. You are doing all of the heavy lifting. That just has a different little bit of like rewarding feel to it. And down he goes. Right, so there is still some little dude somewhere. Oh, there we are. Here, little monkey. And bye, little monkey. Is this the last one? No. Oh. That's the last one? Yes. Right. I'm just gonna end here trying to see if I can find which button that skips the cutscenes on the keyboard and map that one out. There we go. This is really fun, but again, I do prefer Doom 20 in the pacing, in the layout a little bit. But you know, I could definitely get through this without no problem. If I play this and got muscle memory and all the settings down, I could probably maybe bump difficulty, you know, up. And again, this is not like a crazy high performance level or anything, right? So this is a level everyone can reach and everyone can get to. And that is, you know, what I wanted to showcase, just a different way than the traditional Xbox or, you know, just dual sense, kind of dual stick, auto aim FPS gaming. A more of a gamepad twitchy shooter experience, closer to mouse and keyboard. This is the end of the game, so I'm gonna try to see if I can... Right, yeah, okay, so hold to skip. Okay, so it is the R button. Oh shit. Okay, that's unfortunate. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I can... Right. I hope I'm right. If not, maybe you can figure this one out. So this is my R. That's the flame bells. That key is the X. That's the same as the X button apparently on the gamepad to skip cutscenes. And I think it's really important that I get skip cutscenes in. And the problem here is that you don't hold down R to do the flame bells, you press it. So I have a dual command here, right? If I'm holding down, I'm tossing a grenade. And if I'm not holding it down, you know, if I'm just pressing it, I do the flame belch. Now, there are multiple ways you can fix this. You can be like, you do that, and this will enable the flame belch, and it will also be that it will enable that if you hold it, it will then skip cutscenes. But I don't want to, me personally, I don't want to risk just accidentally using a flame belch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. So the B button is so far in every menu the same as just space on keyboard, jumping. So I'm gonna just do this. And then this means that, there we go, if I press up, I will skip cutscenes, and if I press left, that is to start levels that I have to press. I have to press that to start. So here, like I can press left mouse, right mouse, middle mouse, Q, B, E, R, E, G, F, D, S, A, Tab, Control, Shift, Alt, C, X, C, V, B, N, Space, N, M, J, K, L, O, P, I, U, Y, T, G, H, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 0. No matter what you press here on your keyboard, you cannot get past this. You have to press the gamepad. As soon as Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, and probably maybe, I don't remember, Doom the Dark Ages, detects a gamepad, it forces you to press A. It just, for some reason, assumes that you have a gamepad that you know, just right by you that you use or play with. This is bad programming. So, bonk. There you go. There you have. So I'm going to upload this one now, and I'm gonna show you settings. Doom Eternal Hulk Edition, right? I'm gonna do this first. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do your one. This is for me, right? This is how you just make sure you have your own personal saves for the games and stuff like that. And then I'm also going to do this. See if we can do. So what we can do here, this should work, right? This is just so I can use this as a template. So if I go in here, you export as a template. I have these ones, right? But let me do. I'm gonna do this because I don't want to have multiple. It is a little bit weird how this works. So I'm gonna export this one for export layout. Do template. There we go. And I'm gonna upload this. So I cannot delete the one in the cloud. Otherwise, I would have loved to do that. Oh, right. That's fine. That's fine. So. There you go. This should now be able. Right? So if we then... If you start a game, you know, and you go into controller settings, you go into Doom Eternal here, you should be able to, you know, go to community layouts, and you should be able to find, you know, that. Like if we do... like do Hulk Edition, right? You should be able to see my Hulk edition here. This one is obviously, this shows the one that I've created here, but this should help you find, you know, the community layouts here, and it should be easier for you to find, and you can pick then Doom Eternal Hulk Edition version 101. If you wanna mess around with my settings, you can also try others, and you know, obviously, and you can then just mess around and try to see what fits you. But this is really what I prefer. And I hope this has been some kind of interesting and helpful to you. Like that. Just again, I wanted to showcase just good, fun FPS gaming on, you know, gamepad here, and without using the traditional just sticks and auto aim. Gyro, I highly recommend you giving that a go, and then the touchpad, also try that. And again, I think it could be good that, like my layout, you don't have the vertical, so you can swipe how much you want on the trackpad or touchpad. You will only go left and right, and you have to, you know, use gyro here and to really like look around. And you know, I think, yeah, this is what I would get through the game with really good experience. I think this is a really solid experience. That, like, if I were to give someone new to that know how to FPS game, right, but maybe not on a gamepad, or maybe not with this type of layout, I think it could get through these games and have a good experience. Maybe you need to start out on an easier difficulty just to ease in some muscle memory. But yeah, thanks for watching here. Sorry for the little middle starting point of Doom Eternal. That game is a mess when it comes to some of the mixed input, and it is amazing when it comes to mixed input in another way. And the developers need to just do a little bit of a better job there. But hopefully I can put some timestamp in so you can skip that if you need to rewatch or something. Just want some gameplay action. But yeah, feel free to follow, check back, leave a comment, like, whatever you want to do. Gonna be it for today. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and bye for now.